right, welcome back to Full Throttle TV and the Rent a Race Car Super Speedway Series with the boys over at Vidane Racing. Of course, they got this beautiful championship belt that you can see here. They're all racing for that, as well as the right to race an actual race car down at Stafford Motor Speedway through Rent a Race Car. Go check them out. Great organization there. Tonight, at Talladega Motor Speedway, we got the Silver Fox 150. Silver Fox, do your racing designs, logos, and graphics. Go check them out on Facebook, Silver Fox Designs. Casey McMullen in the booth with me tonight. Casey, these boys from Vidane back out here in their Super Speedway Series. Man, they put on a show. It's going to be a good one tonight.
It sure is, Dean. I'm really excited for this cup package here at Talladega. They always do a real good job.
They really do. You know they're going to be aggressive. You know they're going to, like, there's no holds barred here, as they'd say down the wrestling circles. These guys give it all from lap one right on through. Let's go right into our keys to the race here tonight. We got the three bigs. The big one, of course, you got to avoid the big one. We do have one fast repair here. These guys run it on 60% fuel as well. Something to consider for fuel mileage. Probably do about 28, 29 laps. So that could be come into it. We got the big picture. We got points coming up. You know, these guys are in a points championship. Big prize on the line with that rent a race car prize, as well as that beautiful championship belt everybody wants. And we got big moves. In this league, you got to be willing to make big moves to gain up big spots. Everybody's going to be doing it. If you're going to lay back, I mean, you can get away with it a little bit, but these guys are hard racers. You got to be willing at that end to make those big moves to get that big finish.
Yeah, you really do. It,
Looking in on the weather, as we had a child come in the booth there. Casey just looking after his child there, as a good father would do, and we'll get him settled sooner or later. The race weather tonight: 78 air temp, track temp at 106. Track temp's a little slick out here at Talladega, but shouldn't be an issue here. Super speedway racing. Air temp 78. Pretty normal temps there. You want to keep your tape down a little bit, but all should be well. Looking at the board right now, on the top, we got Joshua Stiles leading with a 48.94. Good time. Paul Strickland Jr. second on the board, and Jonathan Goke third. Let's take a quick look in on our points. As we see Wes Hogue leading the way. Last year's runner-up, I believe he lost by a point. That chance to go race that race car. He's in great shape here. He's got to be thinking big picture. Jarrett Bolliard in second. Alec Karen in third. Paul Strickland Jr. fourth. Jonathan Goke, Joe Morganti, Sean M. Butler, Brad Patton, Eric Wineland, and Jonathan Shipman rounding out the top 10 in points there. And as you can see with Wes Hogue here having a bit of a lead, these guys got their work cut out for them. Guys like Jared Bolliard, Eric Karen, Paul Strickland. These guys got to have a decent night here and hope Wes Hogue runs into some problems.
yeah, they're gonna need some help there, Dean. It's gonna be hard to catch them, but we got a long.
We do have a long race and a long season here. It's going to be plenty of chance for these guys to catch up. As we see some guys out here taking their qualifying laps. Not sure if this is qualifying or we're still in practice. Saying 2 to go here. We got a couple of new guys, or at least guys that I don't necessarily recognize. Guys like Mark Ferguson, Tommy Gossett's out here tonight. Good to see these guys coming out. Ian Plash makes his return. Kyle Camper's out here. David Rosenblum is out here as they begin their qualifying attempts now. as we're watching Joshua Styles here come out of pit road, our fastest during practice here. Look for him to have a good run here. Now coming out of pit road in these qualifying runs, key to get off pit road at top speed. You really got to flirt with that yellow line there, which he seems to be doing quite well. Oh, he's just almost over it there. Just about perfect. Got to get up to the high side of the track. He's staying down low. That could cost him a little bit of time. So we continue to watch Joshua here. It's got that nice Windows car by the look of it.
Yeah, it's a nice looking car, Dean.
It really is. There's a lot of good paint jobs out here. So we check in on a few other guys like Joe Maganti. I'll get it right, Joe. I swear I will. We got Mr. Branch out here in the black snap-on. Alec Karen and that 81. I think that's the Bud machine there, looking good. But as these guys finish up qualifying, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We'll come back, we'll set your racing order, and we're going to get this thing fired up here at Vidane Racing.
Coming up to the line, being chased, and it was Braden Johnson. Unbelievable finish. It was 1/1000th of a second between them.
Green flag in the air. We are racing in the 2020 24 Hours of Daytona.
They go door to door for the feature race lead here on the last lap of the race. Side for the race lead in the final corner at Homestead.
Down the back straightaway, 3 wide again for the race lead. This is unbelievable stuff here tonight.
Loma is going to have to be very deep on the brakes, and he is very deep on the brakes. It's side by side through the corner. This is for the win.
It'll be side by side. Davies low, Ottinger high. To the very inside is Garrett low. 4 wide at the stripe. For Audie's win here on this outside line. Neck and neck. Who's going to back out? Does anyone back out? Verstappen starts to squeeze on the inside, and now he'll try and straight line it. Goes under the apron. Drag race to the line. It's so close to call.
Welcome back to the Silver Fox 150, brought to you by Silver Fox Racing Designs. Check them out over at Facebook. We got the Rent a Race Car Super Speedway Series here from Talladega. As right now, we're looking at Sean M. Butler going to the top of the board. A couple of, you got Dustin Markham up here in second, Alec Karen in third, Joe Maganti is in fourth. And the board continues to change. Alex Vicelio, or as he would tell me, Alex Vicelio. Joshua Styles falling down the board a bit, down to ninth.
All right.
So we're almost through qualifying here as we get set. And again, these guys do have one fast repair. Look for some heavy, hard action. We got a good turnout tonight. There's going to be over 20 cars on the track tonight, I believe. It looks like about 22 guys out here, so look for some really fast-paced action. I mean, these guys love to go 3 wide. They like to put it in the middle. They put it wherever the car can fit, they're going to go. And I look for possible early wreck. You got to try and save that fast repair, though, because these guys get in these early wrecks. It really kills. They got to take it easy. You know, they got to be patient the rest of the way, and it hurts them a great deal.
It sure does. The only problem is if you lay back, we only have 56 laps here, and sometimes it can take a while to get that high line running.
Yeah, it really can. I mean, you got to get more than a couple of cars up there, get 3 or 4 cars, and like you said, maybe 2 or 3 laps before that momentum really starts to build and they get out there. However, these guys have proven me wrong before, Casey. They seem to make all 3 lines work at all times.
Well, yeah, they're the best at it, and yeah, there's no problem which lane to go with. I expect to see three wide most of the race.
So looking in here at the field, Casey. Well, let's run down our starting order. Actually, we'll get to our starting lineup right away. As we got our pole sitter tonight is going to be the 32. That's going to be Sean M. Butler, starting on the pole at a time of 52.611. On the outside of row 1 is Brad Patton. He's having a great season so far. Time of 52.664, right on the outside of the pole there. Wes Hogue, our points leader, is going to start on the inside of row 2 in that 38 car. Dustin McGowan or Markham, sorry, in the 88 will start 4th. In 5th is going to be Alec Karen. He's having himself a nice season so far as well. And on the outside of row 3 is going to be Eric Wineland in that familiar 23 car. Joe Maganti in the 53 car. He'll be starting in 7th place. Alex Vasilio starting in 8th. In the 18 car, Mark Ferguson will be starting 9th. Paul Strickland Jr. will round out that top 10 for us.
Joshua Stiles starts 11th. Keenan Kuzan starts 12th. Ben Adkins starts 13th. Joe Branch in the 14th position. Jonathan Goke, he starts 22nd. But Jake Champion, he starts 15th. Jared Bolliard, he starts 16th. Tom Gossett, he starts 17th. Ian Plash starts 18th. Eric Brantley in 19th. David Rosenblum in 20th. And Cal Camper in 21st.
Yeah, and that'll round out our field for tonight. I mean, it's a decent field tonight, Casey. I look for some heavy action, man, as we kind of look in here at Brantley in that familiar DuPont scheme.
Yeah, it's a pretty stacked field right now. We got Jonathan Goke. He's starting dead last tonight in 22nd, and he's always really strong, always near the front.
He really is. So tonight, who you picking here tonight? I mean, we got familiar faces. You got Butler on the pole, Patton outside, our series leader, and Wes Hogue up there, Eric Wineland, Joe Maganti. Lots of guys to pick from up here.
Yeah, I actually like that 53 car. He's always had good speed.
Yeah, Joe Maganti looking like he's always a contender out here. I'm gonna pick the 21 just because Alex Vasilio was talking about his name today, Vitelio, and I like the ring of it. I think he's gonna have himself a good night tonight. All right, as that pace car starts to peel off here, and we look to be going green as the 32 of Sean M. Butler leads him down to the green flag. It's the Hooter car just pedaling it, and he's off and away. Maybe too good of a jump here as he's jumped out all by himself in that 32. The 22 coming in high here of Brad Patton. They got a bit of a run on him, as I thought might happen from that big jump.
Yeah, the top two guys, they got a good solid start. I think the 22, he spun a little bit. They hooked up faster.
Now we already see guys darting out below that yellow line as they try and breathe those machines. We're going to see a lot of that tonight, Casey. These guys, They're not scared to go anywhere on the track, hell, even off the track.
Yeah, sometimes you see him dive down on the apron, depending on what works.
Man, as we're watching that 38 car of Wes Rowdy Hogue there, just pushing. I mean, he is really locked onto the bumper of the 32 Hooters car there.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's gonna have to breathe in at least another lap or two.
Yeah, as you see him kind of sticking that nose out to the right there, getting a little air to that spoiler. That'll help calm down those engine temps a little bit. But these guys, as we said, man, no holding back, no holds barred. They're going to go from it from lap 1 right on through.
Yeah, and really nobody single file at all. It's just all 2x2 right now.
Yeah, almost a little more relaxed than I'm used to with these guys, as they usually like to go 3 wide right from the get-go. Kind of happy to see it, though, very early in the race, only lap 2 of 56. And, the fuel mileage thing, too, Casey, could come in tonight. I mean, you're looking at about 28. It's like right on halfway, 28, 29 laps you can do on the 60%.
Yeah, that'll be interesting if we go green, because somebody's laying back in the back and just hanging with the pack. They could possibly make it on.
Yeah, you never know. It depends on when those cautions come out. They might be able to make it, they might not. But something to keep in mind for these drivers, every driver should know this, so that they know whether to top up or not, and maybe take that risk where they're the only guy who can make it. As back in the pack there a little bit, we're looking at a little bit of 3 wide action here.
Yeah, it looks like the 88, he's falling back in line there. The 81, he fell to the back. Maybe they're just going to focus on saving some gas here.
Joe Maganti starts to lead that line. Oh, and he's up the track a bit. He might be willing to fall back a bit here, too. Looks like everybody a little more relaxed this week, as we're almost single file along the bottom there.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a strategy here. Nobody wants to lead the pack.
Yeah, it could be a fuel mileage thing, I'm not sure, but Sean M. Butler continues to lead. Brad Patton in second, and Wes Hogue in third. That's the way they started. That's the way they're running.
Well, here comes the 22 on the outside.
Yeah, 22, Brad Patton making his move. He's going to get some help there, getting pushed hard by Wes Hogue, and they're going to maybe both jump down there. Well, no, Wes Hogue's going to hang out up top, but put Brad Patton up to the point.
Yeah, it looks like the second line's now starting to form up. They're ready to go.
Yeah, they really are. You can see it starting to get quite organized up there. One guy almost 3 wide up there, and that's just fading back perhaps. The 24 car. It's going to be Jonathan Goke there, looking to take it easy early in this race.
Yeah, maybe these guys have some teammates they're falling back to also. That could be a part of the thing.
We see that 26 car of Jake Champion get involved on the high side here, pushing the 21 of Alex Vaselio. That's my pick tonight. And he's looking pretty good up there. Jake Champion, someone we're not too familiar with.
Yeah, he's looking pretty strong in the little SpongeBob car there.
Yeah, nice little SpongeBob car. I like it. So we got 2 21s on the track, which is unfortunate. But looks like the inside row is going to be where Alex Vaselio is, leading the outside row in that 21 truck. Now that's going to be, is that Butler?
That's Eric Wineland is the black and red 21.
Okay, Eric Wineland in the 21, 23 on the board. Alex Vaselio taking his number tonight. And we'll keep track of that, or try to as best as we can. But Wes Hogue, our points leader, currently leading this race, doing a great job.
Yeah, it's real no surprise. He's always good here. That's why he's leading points, and No surprise.
Well, as we see one of those Windows cars kind of get down on the apron there. A little tricky when you're entering these corners, Casey. Maybe you can talk about it a little bit. Maybe we'll go in someone's cockpit. You head into these corners, you're right up on someone's bumper. You can't really see your entry points too good at certain times, so it can be a little bit tough not getting on the apron there.
Yeah, it's really blind to get into the corner because if you're right up on that guy, you can't see the line or anything like that. So you just gotta kind of feel it out, make sure you don't cause an issue.
As we look ahead here, we have a lap car up in front, and that's going to be Bolliard up there. Boy, and he's in a points race. This is really bad for him. He must have missed the start, I think. He'll be looking for a lucky dog here. He's going to stay down low, and this whole pack going to come high. This could be a little bit of danger here.
Yeah, it looks like they communicated well, and they're going to get by pretty easy, it looks like. He's going to go 2 laps down, so he's going to need a lot of help.
He really is. I mean, I'm expecting a couple of cautions, so he got to hang in there. Long race, he can get back in this thing.
Yeah, we got 49 to go, so he still has plenty of time. Oh, and he just got loose. Somebody must have tapped him.
Unfortunate incident there for the 97. Looks like he might have got a little help there. Not exactly sure, but that's going to be crushing, as now it'll be 3 laps that he goes down by the time this pack comes all the way around.
Yeah, it looks like the 18 car just came up and went to his outside and then came back down and gave him a little contact, and he just lost control.
Well, good job of saving it. I mean, we're still green here. Little unfortunate for Bolliard, but nonetheless, we continue to race under the green. And Jonathan Goke now out here leading this race, I believe, in that familiar 24 car.
Yeah, that's no surprise. I know he started in the back, but here we're lap 10, lap 9. He's leading the racer.
Yeah, it's amazing how you can make up time in here. And speaking of the back, we got guys, I see Ian Plash is way back here. Looks like, so that was Ian Plash I seen spinning. That was not Bolliard as well is in trouble. But Ian Plash and the 03 of Kusin, these two here drafting together in desperate need of help to get up to the pack. It looks like they got Eric. No, not Brantley.
I see Paul Strickland's on pit road right now.
That's the 72 of Joe Branches joining them as well. Paul Strickland into the pits. What an odd pit.
Yeah, he took 2 tires and he's out.
Could this be some kind of strategy here, or is this just a mistake, or what's happening here, Casey?
Maybe he had was running hot. He could have been running hot, had too much tape on.
Yeah, it's a good possibility and a good call. Often guys forget to take some of that tape off after qualifying, and if that was the case, he did a good job just to survive 10 laps and get in there, get that tape changed. Looks like he's going to latch onto this group possibly, and that could be big for him as he doesn't want to go down an extra lap.
Yeah, if he can catch him or not, he'll be able to catch those other three cars if they come around him though. So he'll still be just 1 lap down. Just hope for a Bosch.
So lap 12 of 56, we continue to ride under green. Jake Champion on the point now, and you got Jonathan Goke up there, Brad Patton's up there. The 14 car of Tommy Gossett has made his way to the front of the outside lane now.
Yeah, it looks like the 3rd lane. I'm not sure if they're all lining up here to make a move, but possibly coming up.
Yeah, as we see him fan out 4 wide down the backstretch there, 3 wide for sure. Quite an amazing scene to watch.
SpongeBob, he's looking pretty good out here.
Yeah, that SpongeBob car of Jake Champion leading the way here. Almost looks like that hood is saying something, sticking his tongue out or something at the field. Brad Patton continuing to run right there in second. As we see the outside there, Jonathan Goke and the other DuPont car, the 12 of Eric Brantley. Those two are getting hooked up and they're ready to take the lead, I think, with a little help from Wes Hogue as well.
Yeah, that outside line, man, they got that working right now. The 12 and the 24 are really hooked up.
As they both slide down low, I mean, they were able to push 2 cars by, almost 3 cars by. That outside's hooked up tonight, Casey. What do you think at the end of the race? Is that where you want to be?
Yeah, actually, here at Talladega, that's my preferred line. I like that second groove. Even the third groove works pretty well. But the inside, it's kind of usually the second lane comes up as fast as you get, and then next thing you know, you're trapped down there on the inside line.
Let's talk a little bit about the end of the race here. What can you do if you're on the inside? Do you try and push that guy up a little bit that's in that second lane? Kind of make him work a little harder for it?
Yeah, you definitely want to keep it tight. You just kind of want to try to make yourself away, but not without causing an accident, of course. But just you gotta find a way to that second lane if you're down there on the bottom at the end. Second, third lane, that'll be the key.
As we got a new player up here, as Kyle Camper starts to lead that outside charge now, and we'll see if he can get all the way up here and take the lead. Yeah, Kyle started back in 21st spot, maybe at the very back, maybe second from the back. Here he is, coming up here, about to challenge for that lead with a little help from Dustin Markham.
Yeah, I haven't seen Dustin Martin that much. I'm not sure if he made the earlier races or not, but he's looking pretty good.
Yeah, definitely looking good up there. A few of these guys are new. I mean, you got the 42 here, David Rosenblum. I think that's a new name as well. You'll forgive us if we're not exactly correct, as we get to know all the drivers in this series. Looking at the 18 of Mark Ferguson. It looks like he's got a teammate right behind him, which is the 19 of Styles, Joshua Styles there, both running the same paint scheme, looking pretty slick there.
Yeah, they're just looks like they're keeping the game plan here, just riding along on that inside line.
Yeah, 18 laps in, and we're still green flag. This might be our first green flag pit stop here at Vidane Racing. This could be really interesting, Casey.
Well, I think we had one last week, actually.
Oh, that's right, we did.
This might be the first race we had without a caution before a green flag. Where we didn't have a caution, my bad. They're all starting to get single file, so yeah, they're probably working to get ready for these pit stops.
Yeah, it's still about 10 laps out. I mean, if they want to make it halfway. As we look in at Wes Hogue, our new leader and points leader, having a great run here again. Wes Rowdy Hogg, you know, he's got that Rowdy Dipping Services. Go check them out too on Facebook. Do a lot of great work over there. Car body work, paint jobs, fantastic work over there.
Seen the one car get down in line. There's more cars getting down in line. Maybe they can't go as far as we thought.
It's possible. I mean, we did the math on the fly today. Could be a little off. Maybe guys are saving gas, trying to get to halfway. We won't know. Oh, and they're peeling off. Everybody down here.
Yeah, that's a big
Mayhem
pack.
coming into pit road here. Oh, and we got a wreck down there. 3 cars
Oh,
involved.
that's so unfortunate. The teammates there too.
Sorry, guys. We're trying to get a good view of that. Couldn't quite get it in, but a little carnage there to be expected here when you do this. These massive pit stops.
Oh, it just looked like the 18. He got on the brakes there, and it just started turning sideways, and he lost it and collected his teammate and the 53.
As the one comes out first, but unfortunate for him, well, he's got a no. He's not first. He's back here quite a bit actually. Morganetti, lots of guys in different spots on the track here. Wow, is this going to break up this pack?
Yeah, we might not have a caution tonight if things go the way they are. If they're all broken up.
So we see Eric Wineland up here. The one of Kyle Camper is coming up. That's the 88 of Markham. Very interesting development here on pit road. And it's a little surprising too that they came in that early. I'm not sure what that was all about, as several guys still out on the track. And right now, our new leader, Sean M. Butler, and actually he was just on pit road. He's coming off pit road now. So I guess fuel mileage is a concern here, and only around 20 laps.
Yeah, here comes the pack right now. Jonathan Cook's going to be leading this race.
Yeah, the 24 will cycle through here and probably end up taking the lead. We're really going to have to wait for this to all sort itself out before we can definitively say the running order, but I think it's pretty fair to say the 24 of Jonathan Goke and Wes Hogue are points leader here in that 38 car. And the 22, that is Brad Patton. These three here leading the way. And, you know, quite frankly, if this group doesn't catch up to them, they could walk away with this thing.
It looks like the next 4 cars are going to be able to catch them at least. But I'm not sure about the next group behind them. So we might just have a 7-car breakaway right now.
Yeah, we got this group here, the 32, the 26, 21, the 12. And I'm not sure if the other car here, the 18, is a lap down, so he's not really involved here.
Yeah, I think he has a penalty to serve from that incident.
So carnage on about lap 20 as they take pit stops. That's really going to hurt some of these guys. Like a Mark Ferguson really got stung by that one. And several guys not in this lead group. As we look back here, who is right behind this group here? There's another car.
The 14 and the 81, they are making up time, so they're going to be able to catch him. But Ben Atkins, it looks like he might have a little damage. No, he doesn't. He just doesn't seem like he has the speed at the moment, but he still might catch him.
So the 81's Eric Caron and the 14 of Tommy Gossick, they're both going to catch back up to this group. That's going to bring us up to what, 9 car pack here.
Yeah, and I think this Ben Atkins, he has the pack now, so he'll be up there with him in a few short laps.
Yeah, Ben Atkins in the 27 car. He's going to catch right up here as well as they regroup up. After that, we got a bit of a break down to the 42 of Rosenblum, and he's all alone on the track. That pack behind him is going to catch up. That's led by, I believe, the 03 of Kusung.
Yeah, Paul Strickland's in that group. Joe Branch, Kyle Camper.
Joe McGanty is in there. Yeah, they got work to do here. They need to push and push hard if they're going to catch up 14, 15 seconds back currently from our leader, the 24 car of Jonathan Goat.
Yeah, it might be too much to make up. We'll see that they're going to need a caution, so we'll see what happens when these front guys start racing each other.
Well, they do have pit stops too. I mean, the best they could do is gas and go, but I think everybody would probably try that.
Yeah, it's going to be they're going to need a caution. I don't see how they're going to make up that time.
So far, really impressive racing here at Vidane Racing as we go green on lap 28 of 56, the halfway point here. Fantastic job here, and these guys are just showing the quality of super speedway racers they are. Last week they were at Old Daytona, the 2007 version, bumpy as hell in the K&N car, which makes it even worse, and they were doing a great job there, Casey.
Yeah, they had a very clean race. I think there was only a couple cautions. And we had green flag pit stops, I think, multiple times.
As we see, is that the 26 there? Yeah, that was Jake Champion in that SpongeBob car. Went up way high there. I think he was just falling in line. I'm not sure if he's saving gas, just didn't want to be the leader. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe the 14 was getting hot because the 14 was pushing them up there. So maybe they did a switch and gonna make another run at it.
Yeah, there you go, pointing it out again. That's something I keep forgetting to consider. The heat in these things. Boy, you push that engine up there towards 300 degrees and it's gonna blow on you.
Yeah, and you definitely want to keep an eye on that. You don't want to go anywhere over 285. You start pushing it, and you could blow it. I think.
So we've seen the 22 jump to the high line, the 38 jumping up there. Wes Hogue, 14's going to take it 3 wide here. It's getting interesting up front. A little bit late on the move there, making it 3 wide, and they're going to regroup, get a fresh run, and try it again.
Yeah, they're going. It looks like the 14. He's willing to go to that third lane. It's just going to need a 26 to go with him. And here they go.
There they go. We are 3 wide. Look at, they're getting a nice little run here this time. A nice job as we head down into the turn. 3 wide.
I was about to say that 22 was a little close on that 38. That's the wrong angle, but they're doing pretty good out here.
They're doing great, and that top line there kind of stalling out a little bit, but I mean they're doing great. I mean, I think they're stalling out that middle lane more than anything.
Yeah, they're gonna need more. They're gonna need more cars to get that outside line going.
So we see the 38 car, Wes Hogue, jump down into line on the bottom side, kind of leave these guys up top all alone. And everybody almost single file now as they continue to pull time on that other group. Now 22 seconds back of this group.
Yeah, it's not looking good for that other group. They're going to definitely need that caution. But the way these guys are racing up front, they're racing real nice and clean. So I don't know if they're going to get what they need.
So right now, our leader, Jonathan Goat, Sean M. Butler in second, Alex Vasilio in third, Wes Hogue fourth, Brad Patton fifth, Eric Brantley, Jake Champion, Alec Karen, Tommy Gossett, and Ben Atkins in your top 10.
Oh, and there's a caution.
Oh, we got caution on the track. We'll get a quick look
Oh,
at
the
this.
53 into 1. Oh.
So we're going to look from the 53 here, from behind the 53, I should say, and see what happens. Something with him in the 1. They just make contact there, into the wall hard. That sends the 1 up to 53 heavy damage, and he's going to get more of it. They do have a fast repair if they can get around. It looks like about all the damage from this wreck. That's not too bad.
Ah, that was unfortunate. They just come together there out of the turn, and man, that one took a hard hit.
Well, this is what we were talking about earlier about gas mileage now. So this is really going to help that group. This is going to rack them and pack them back up here, stack them back up, and everybody's going to have a shot at this thing. With 26 to go, a couple more caution laps, maybe 24 to go when we start. Can they make it? Will guys come in and top up in that second, that last lap before we go green and try and make it?
Yeah, that's what I'd be doing. I'm sure somebody's going to be trying to stretch it. Whoever's out front's going to be at a disadvantage. That's hard to stomach.
We're keeping an eye here on our leaders. I believe they're going to be coming down pit road here. Yeah, as they file on down, as someone goes around the pace car there.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of guys lucked out there. We got Jared Boyard. He's been waved around here.
Well, Boyard needs to get back on. I think he missed the start of the race. A little courtesy there, a little wave around, just fairness to him, and try and get him back on the lead lap. So Jonathan Goke down and away here. Oh, Wes Hoag's going to beat him out here, so Wes Hoag will be our leader when this all files through.
And we're gonna have 19 cars still on the lead lap, or that's what it looks like at the moment.
Not sure what's going on with the 53 of Joe Magonti here. If he's so injured that he's moving this slow, or is he just coming out slow, filing into line? I think he's all right.
I think they might be on the tail end of the lead lap. I think he might have had to pit, and he got caught behind the pace car, and there was nobody. The leader didn't pass him yet, so that's why he's at the tail end.
Well, that's interesting, because if he's at the tail end and pitted, he will not get away around.
Well, if he's still in the front of the car, in front of the leaders, he should get a wave around.
Not if he pitted. If he pitted, he won't. Matter of fact, all those leaders will get to pass him, and he'll go to the rear with the rest of these cars that pitted. If he didn't pit, he will get a wave around. So that's interesting to see.
Well, all I'm saying is he got passed by the pace car as he was coming out of pit. So I'm thinking he's going to get that lap back. I'm not sure though. We'll find out.
We will find out. Very interesting development as they're coming back down here. This is very interesting.
They're all topping off.
They're all topping off. This is becoming fuel mileage. So it'll be interesting to see how the racing develops, Casey, because this is a fuel mileage race. You do not want to be out front and chugging all that gas up.
No, and man, like I said, it's going to be hard to stomach that because who wants to be out front now? And it's so weird because you're racing, so you want to be out front, but yeah, it's going to be hard.
So guys, we got a lot of guys showing a lap down here now. Joe Magonti, you got Eric Wineland, Jake Champion, Alec Karen, Joshua Bolyard, you got Husan, Campers 2 down, Ferguson 2 down. I mean, wow. Very interesting how the way this is played out here.
There's some kind of league-wide agreement here. I'm not sure yet.
All right, we're going to have to wait a second here as this gets sorted out, as we have a little bit of a resetting of the order, perhaps. Something is going on here where we've got everybody stopped on pit road. Not sure. Something happened with the running order where these guys got trapped a lap down, and apparently the admins are trying to fix the situation. Very interesting development, Casey.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I heard it faintly over my speaker, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, why don't we take a commercial? We'll get Casey to check in on that and see what happened. And when we get back, we'll let you know what's going on.
Coming up to the line, being chased, and it was Braden Johnson. Unbelievable finish. It was 1/1000th of a second between them.
Green flag in the air. We are racing in the 2020 24 Hours of Daytona.
They go door to door for the feature race lead here on the last lap of the race. Side by side for the race lead in the final corner at Homestead.
Down the back straightaway, 3 wide again for the race lead. This is unbelievable stuff here tonight.
Loma is going to have to be very deep on the brakes, and he is very deep on the brakes. It's side by side through the corner. This is for the win.
It'll be side by side. Davies low, Ottinger high. To the very inside is Garrett Low. 4 wide at the stripe. For all he's worth here on this outside line, neck and neck. Who's going to back out? Does anyone back out? Verstappen starts to squeeze on the inside, and now he'll try and straight line it. Goes under the apron. Drag race to the line. It's so close to call.
All right, here we are back at the track. We got Casey McMullen down here on pit road getting us reports on what's going on. Casey, what do you got for us?
Well, they having server issues. Multiple guys have fallen out, so they're waiting for them to get logged back in, and they're going to get the race all squared away where everybody was, and they should be good to go.
Interesting development. Problems with the race server as they get it sorted out here as guys begin to enter the track. Here at the Silver Fox Racing Designs 150 from Talladega. Again, go check out Silver Fox Designs on Facebook. They got all your racing needs for paint jobs, and they got the great wraps there, especially for the dirt cars and that. Some beautiful stuff they got over there.
So this is like our version for the digital world of our rain delay, I guess we could call it.
So perhaps we're going to bring in we'll bring in Wes Hogue here. And Wes Hogue, maybe we can get a word with you, Wes, about what's developing down here on the track.
Hey guys, well, the server has some issues here in iRacing. This isn't a Vidane issue. This is an iRacing server issue. And because of this, we had some drivers fall out. Some drivers did not fall out. And because of this issue that we're having, we've all parked down here on pit road. We're letting those drivers rejoin the server. They will be scored back onto the lead lap with the rest of us. And they also, they'll be at the tail end of the lead lap, but trying to get everything back in order here. This is a first for me. This is a first for us all together. So we're just kind of sitting here waiting, man. It's almost like a little rain delay, getting a little shower here, and then we're going to go back out going green. And momentarily, we're going to be leaving our pit stalls and going back at it. Hopefully putting on a hell of a show for y'all.
There you have it. Basically a little rain delay. I love it, Wes. And we're familiar with those, and I appreciate the update, man. Can't wait for you guys to get back out there racing. You're doing a great job tonight, by the way, Wes. Leading the points, and probably got a winning car out here tonight. Looking good, man.
I appreciate it, man. I thank everybody that's watching. Justin Lapp, Casey Feaster, everybody else that's out here watching. My spotter Tyler's doing a hell of a job as well. And it's just riding. I wish that caution didn't come out. We're about 8 seconds ahead of that other pack. We were doing really well. We had our strategy down, but things happen. So it looks like we're about to be pulling out.
All right, man. Well, good luck out there, Wes. We'll let you get back to it. Casey, Wes Hogue there with the update.
Sorry, you cut out a little bit.
10-4. We got Wes Hogue there giving the update, and we're going to get back to green flag racing, like you said, once everybody reconnects, gets back on the lead lap, as we see guys out here about trying to do that now. Joe Maganti's out here. He's taking his lap, and a few other guys will be doing that as well.
Yeah, it'll be exciting whenever they get it ready for green flag racing. We might be able to go all the way. So should be everybody should be racing for the lead.
Yeah, it's going to be great when we get it back going. We'll get everybody sorted out and back on the lead lap, and it'll be entertaining as hell.
It's really interesting that they have the knowledge of doing all this through the for the server and everything for this issue. It's pretty good on them for figuring this.
Yeah, it really is. So we'll try and get a word here with Jonathan Goke. Jonathan, you got your ears on.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's Jonathan Goke, our race leader here. Perhaps we're getting it all sorted out. Little server problem here. Having a good run, man. You're looking good out there tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's been fun. The little group we had really good pit stops. Thought we were in really good position. Then that caution came out, and then all of a sudden we all started dropping. I'm like, no! But looks like we're getting it squared away with a little impromptu red flag.
All right, with 24 laps to go here, Jonathan, is this a fuel mileage race at this point? Can you make it?
I mean, dude, I don't want to tell you guys that because I want to kind of steal this win here.
Well, we're up in the booth. We're not relaying information. These guys are busy driving.
From what I'm looking at right now, full throttle, I'm about 1.5 gallons short. So I think I might be sitting back a half throttle just until I'm good. Then I might hit the button.
10-4. That's kind of what we were thinking here. Going to be very interesting to see who's out there leading. Is it a fight to see, like, everybody doesn't want to lead, so everybody's trying to fall back? Going to be very interesting as we go forward. But Jonathan, having a great run on that 24 machine, man. You look good out there. Good luck out there the rest of the way.
All right, thank you, sir. Hope you enjoy it.
10-4. That was Jonathan Goke, our current race leader.
So it's interesting. They're going to be just a little bit short. So, man, that's going to be it's going to be crazy. You're going to see people just falling to the back every now and then.
Well, he's thinking that, but I mean, if they're restarting now, we're going to have a couple of pace laps. I don't really know how they're going to do it. This is going to be tricky now. Will the pace car come out with them? Are they going to just do their own start? Very interesting development here with 24 to go is that they begin to line up here on pit road.
Like I said, though, it's really cool that they know all the information and how to get this figured out and how to get it fixed.
Yeah, great job by the admins, just putting a stop to it, getting everybody back in line. I mean, this is how it's done. I mean, if you got a problem this big with a race server at iRacing, again, not a Vidane issue, an iRacing issue, and the heads-upness, the intuitiveness to just shut it down, get everybody lined up so we can have an exciting finish here. Great job by the admins here at Vidane Racing.
Yeah, it really is. I know. I wouldn't had that knowledge, but man, it's really looks like they're starting to head off the pit lane right now.
Yeah, it looks that way. We see the 38 going and Brad Patton's going. Got that Hooters car out there. Very, very interesting development as everybody gets caught up. Now, there will be no pace car This is a live race. This is going to be all on the admins to get this done right. So again, Vidane Racing guys, Paul Strickland Jr., Wes Hogue, Ian Plash, doing a phenomenal job here of making this race that's been a great race to this point finish on a high note instead of of having 8 or so guys really disappointed they got thrown out of the server, other guys winning who maybe shouldn't have, and just it's just awful when that happens. So great job by Vidane Racing again.
It really is. Yeah, that we had quite a few people pull out when that happened. At least 6 guys, it looks like. So that's a big chunk of this field that could have been, screwed over.
Yeah, and this is not a new issue. I've seen this on our racing before. It's been a while, but periodically you'll see this from a race server just all of a sudden just boot half the field out. Very disheartening when you're running for a championship, especially with such a great prize here from Rent a Race Car. They've got that. You get to race an actual, what is it, a street stock, I believe, down at Stafford Motor Speedway. I mean, last year it was Clash, I think, won. I'm not sure, and he flew into Chicago. Paul Strickland flying in there to meet him, and he got to actually race. He raced it. I guess he was having a great race, and the engine failed on him. Very, very unfortunate for that to have happened to him. But what a lot of fun, man! And I could only wish to race for something like this. And as well, the Vidane Racing Championship belt, man. Some of these guys really love the wrestling, and that belt is beautiful. I could see myself wearing that around town, Casey.
Yeah, I'd be, showing it off to the wife, just, you know,
I'm the
modeling
champ,
for her.
just
Yeah,
walking
I'd be
around. I dare you.
holding it on my shoulder.
I dare you to touch this belt.
I'm the champ, baby.
All right, as guys continue to get lined up here, we're looking on Rosenblum here in that 42 car. We all know where that comes from.
Days of Thunder. Love it.
Unfortunately, I don't see Eric Wineland back here or Camper. Both guys having good runs tonight, so we're going to lose a couple of guys throughout this by the looks of it.
Yeah, I'm looking here, and it looked like Eric. He looked like he manually disconnected, so maybe he was involved in one of those accidents and couldn't come back. I know Kyle Camper was. Uh, he was the car that went rolling there through the air. So maybe he lost his fast repair and didn't have a car left.
Yeah, it's possible. Very unfortunate when these things happen. Again, promoting Vidane Racing admins here. They've done a great job with it, but there's only so much you can do. As we see some other guys headed down pit road here, and they're going to top up. A whole whack of people topping up here. Smart move, Casey?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Make sure you have enough to go. They're at lap 34 right now. It's still going to be tight. I think it's still be tight. Maybe just a little insurance here. So.
Well, not only that, you got to think now, especially with these guys who are topping up, they got to say they have enough. I mean, it might be tight, it might not, but if they have enough, they're going to race harder. The chances of a caution are going to escalate as we get closer and closer to the finish. So I'm not sure this gas mileage will even play out.
Yeah, it might not. Like you said, we could see a caution here, real easy with some really hard race, which I expect some 3 wide coming. Now that we're gonna have a run to the checker.
Let's look in on my guy here, Alex Vitelio, and he's looking good up here. Let's see what position he might be in. right behind the 26. So that'll put him in 13th. Pretty solid position here. As we know, we've seen that outside lane can move and get guys to the front almost effortlessly. So there's going to be a lot of movement in this pack.
Yeah, just interested to see how this is all going to shake up here. They're all single file right now.
Take a quick look in at Mr. Atkins here, Ben Atkins, currently in 11th place, starting in 13th. As we're going up to speed by the looks of it here, Casey, and we're off and racing. Here we go.
Yeah, Sean Butler wasted no time to get back to that front spot.
Yeah, and we got right now, Sean Butler up front, is it, in the Hooters car?
Yep, and here comes Wes Hogue getting
Whoa!
pushed from Brad Pack.
Sorry, as we see him fan out there very violently, almost 3 wide there for a minute, and they get back in line. Very interesting move there. So up high, you got that 72. That's going to be Joe Branch there leading that outside charge. You know, where it looks like a lot of these guys are down on that low side thinking fuel mileage still, Casey. So maybe wanting to save, you know, for 5 or 10 laps before they put that hammer down.
Yeah, that's what it looks like here. They can save for about maybe 5 to 10 laps, and then I think they should be able to pull out and go full throttle around here.
Yeah, go full throttle on Full Throttle TV. Don't forget to come check us out. Broadcasting every Saturday and Wednesday. On Wednesday nights, we got the guys from FTSR and their truck series. Fantastic series over there.
Always a fantastic series. Both these series we cover, they're both a lot of act.
Yeah, great action. I mean, strategy over at FTSR. Heavy action here at Vidane Racing. A little different tonight as we see him get single file just for the fuel mileage purposes is what's going on tonight. But usually these guys 3 wide, some of the hardest racing at super speedway you'll ever see. I'm almost amazed at how long they can go green at the way they run. As you see right now, this is a different race right now. And Wes Hogue leading this thing, Casey. What do you think about that? Is he in trouble here leading this way, consuming all that gas?
Yeah, he's gonna be short, I think. I don't think he topped off either, so I'm guessing he just wants to stay out front, planning on maybe a wreck at the end or something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe he thinks he can make it.
Yeah, maybe he does. It's one thing to race. To think there's going to be a caution, but then you look back behind you and see a car is all single file, and you got to be going, uh-oh, they're not racing. They're not going to wreck.
Yeah, and even if we do get a caution, these guys will hit. These guys that stayed back there, they're not going to have to. Maybe it'd be best if he did fall back. But like I said, I'm not in his seat. I don't know what his fuel mileage is, but.
We look in here towards the back a little bit. Joe Maganti here in that 53. Got the 88 of Markham. These guys definitely saving, just riding here right now.
Yeah, it looks like the 72 is going to be dropping back to maybe do some saving as well. We're starting to get that second line formed up. Ian Plash up the top side.
Yeah, Ian Plash up there. He's got that 42 of Rosenblum up there pushing. The 03 of Cousins back on the lead lap, and he's pushing.
Yeah, maybe they think that they saved enough and they're ready to go now.
So what is that paint job on that Ian Plash's car there? Are you familiar with that, Casey?
It looks like a little bit of anime on there. not too familiar with the anime world, but
Yeah, definitely a unique looking car out there. Ian Flash back in form here, leading that outside as he takes on the two DuPont cars currently and looking to get by them and towards these leaders.
yeah, they got at least 5 cars up in that second lane, so they should be making a good charge here.
As we come down to 16 to go now, you guys should start to have a good feel for what they got as that second line gets formed up. I think they've determined they've got enough, or either that or that there's no way they can make it, but they're about ready to go racing here as we go 2 by 2 through the tri-oval.
Yeah, that 924, he's coming. They're inching up there little by little, and they'll be up in front pretty soon.
Wes Hogue continues to lead this race, continues to lead the series. Brad Patton in second, Sean M. Butler third, Ian Flash fourth, Jonathan Goke in fifth, David Rosenblum, Eric Brantley, Alec Karen, Keenan Kusan, and Jake Champion rounding out the top 10. Which of course is ever changing. Yeah, Ian Flash all alone catching these guys basically. He's got no help at all, and he's creeping up on our leader.
Yeah, I'm just I'm waiting for Jonathan Goke to step out of the line here. Maybe he makes that 12 to get clear as well. But now it's closing up.
So 14 to go. The 32 jumps up there. That's Sean Butler. He's ready to start pushing.
Yeah, that's what I would have been looking for if I was down there on that bottom lane. I would want to get to that outside line.
Yeah, it definitely has the momentum. I mean, we've seen what one car can do, and here's just two, and they're going to push right on by. I mean, only 2 cars. It's clearly the better way around the track. As they're trying to squeak in there. Very close, but both cars get down there safely. Put Ian Flash to the point, our new leader.
What a great move by those two to get by West Hogue there.
Really was, man. I'm so surprised. No help whatsoever, just the 2 of them alone, and they were able to pass no problem. Now it's possible Wes Hogue leading all those laps is kind of backing off, saying I got to save a little bit here.
Yeah, that's very possible. Still being third in line, you know, that's still a good spot. So imagine he'll just try to save some gas here if he has to.
So as we cross the line, come down to 12 to go. These guys continue to ride side by side. The 27 now, that's going to be Atkins. He's going to get up there, and he's going to get a push up towards that lead.
Yeah, that outside line, that's where you're going to want to be. Just have to time it right.
Definitely going to be interesting when we get down to 5 to go and watch what happens on the outside. You know they'll be going 3 wide, and it'll be a battle of survival out there. You know our keys to the race tonight, Casey. We had the 3 bigs, and the big one hasn't really come into play tonight yet.
No, it hasn't, and once we get down to the 5 to go here, we're going to be 3 wide. So it could happen. But these guys, they're pretty good, so they might not have one tonight.
Yeah, they might not. They're doing a fantastic job out here. Just super speedway racing at its best. Clean and green. A little server problem was the only thing we really had. A slight little incident earlier. I think Ian Flash was involved in that, wasn't he, Casey?
I don't think he was involved in that. They had a little run-in on the racetrack, I believe. On the backstretch is where his issue was, but it wasn't caution worthy or anything.
stand for, as we see Ben Atkins and the 42 of David Rosenthal working together. And they got a little bit of extra help here. 3 cars on the outside. And the 22 drops back down of Brad Patton.
Well, we'll see if these 2 cars can push their way to the front. And here comes 22 to follow him.
Yeah, the 22 a little undecided, but he's seen what these guys can do alone. He's like, what am I thinking? I'll get up there.
Yeah, the 27 right to the lead here, and now the 22 is going to be pushing that 42 car. I imagine they'll go right to the front.
I got to be thinking that these guys are still milking the fuel, because I just can't imagine this league running single file unless it was a fuel mileage situation. So you see that 22, and he slips in there safely.
Yeah, very good move to see those guys on the outside there and the 22 to pull out and follow them right to the front. They definitely have to be saving. Huh? I mean, we got 8 laps to go, really.
They've got to be. They got to be right on the edge. As David Rosenblum is leading our way here. He's been doing a great job tonight, Casey.
Yeah, he's kept it clean for the most part, and looking good out front. That old retro Days of Thunder car there. Man, Ian Flashy, he's really backing up.
Yeah, we can clearly see they're saving gas now, because these leaders are pulling away, and you just can't do that on a drafting track here. So there's a lot of fuel saving going on. Going to be interesting to see who can make it and who can't here. We're on 8 to go. That reminds me, let's look in on Wes Hogue, because he led a lot of these laps. He burned up a lot of fuel. He's back here saving now, but is it too late?
It might be too late. It's not looking good for him.
Oh.
Especially he didn't get that pop off either, I don't believe.
We've seen a car jump down there in line. A good little move there. And that's going to leave a car all alone on the high side here. That's the 03 of Keenan Kusin.
And then 42's pitting.
The 42
all
is
by
in.
Himself.
Wow, he's got one guy coming in from the back, and he's losing it, and he's just saving it there. But back up front we go here.
Yeah, Keenan's looking pretty good here. We got Paul Strickland. He's making a charge of the front.
Paul Strickland on the move. Nice to see Paul up here. 4th in the points right now. Doing a great job here. Currently sitting in 3rd place.
Yeah, I'm thinking he might have saved enough fuel here at the back for enough laps, and now he can make his charge to the front.
Yeah, you can see he's ready to go. He's looking to get to the outside. I'm just not sure anybody else is ready to go yet. Whoa, as he makes a big move to the high side.
Yeah, it just looks like Wes Hogue. These guys are really slowing down. This is hard, you know, it's really disciplined to do this, because you always just want to go full out.
It really is, Casey. We've been in some of these fuel mileage races ourselves, and discipline's a great word. You just want to go, especially when you see Paul Strickland here heading up towards the lead, pushed by Brad Patton, and you just think, God, I can't let him go. I want to go with him. But you have to be disciplined and say, I can't. I'm going to run out of fuel.
Right, and man, we got Paul Strickland leading this race right now, and that second pack is starting to really fall back.
Boy, are they.
They're pitting. Looks like some of them are pitting. Maybe not. It looks like it.
There's a couple guys coming up, peeling in there. As we check back in, and our race leader, Mr. Paul Strickland Jr., started in 10th place tonight, currently on the point, and they're forcing these guys to use those tanks up. You either be with us or we'll be gone.
Yeah, with just 5 laps to go here, or 4 laps to go, it's really, these guys are going to have to get up on it if they have enough.
I mean, you got to think the way these. Oh, and the 22 is down to pit road. Wow, I was going to say, you got to think they can make it, and then the 22 peels off. That was shocking.
Yeah, these guys out front, they're breaking away. Maybe if the 22 can't make it, then it doesn't look good for the 38, and he's sitting in third spot right now.
Yeah, I can't see how the 38 could make it. As we watch him, he's pushing, who is that, Keenan Kusin?
Yeah, Keenan.
So Keenan to the lead, Wes Hogue to second. Paul Strickland is going to fall into third. That might help him save a little bit. We're down to 4 to go. At the line, it'll be 3 to go. This is getting to be where these guys got to believe they can make it.
Right, and these guys are sitting about 6th position. Sean Butler, they're going to have to go, or they're not going to have a chance to win tonight.
Right now, it's a 5-car battle with 3 to go. This is getting crazy. I don't know if that group can catch up.
I'm not sure if these guys can make it or not, but the way they're racing looks like they're willing to take the risk.
They're definitely willing to take the risk.
Here goes Paul Strickland again. He's looking to the outside.
Hey, Dirt's back in. He's just not enough help right there. But Keenan Cousins continues to lead. Wes Hogue continues in second. Paul Strickland in third. And you got to think they're going to make it. They're coming around here. It'll be 2 to go at the stripe. Oh, and the 03's down to pit road. Paul Strickland Jr. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
This is amazing. Why would they race like that if they can't make it?
Here comes this other group, the 32. He's going to be making a move.
The other group who spent their time, as Casey McMullen Sr. alluded to, disciplined. They were disciplined, and here they are. And this may trap Wes Hogue. If he can't make it, he get trapped on the high side. He won't even be able to get down to the pits. We're on 2 to go.
This is real exciting. I don't know how the 38's going to make it, but if he makes it, wow.
Yeah, that'd be a miracle in itself for him to be able to make it. He's going to roll the dice. Oh, and he's way up the track. He's perhaps running out of fuel, I think. He's starting to fade.
32's getting that push by the 12 there. He's looking to take this lead. The 12. Here comes the 12. 1 lap to go.
1 lap to go. The 12 on the point of Eric Brantley. The 97 truck. That's Jared Bolyard, who was 3 laps down in second place. Unbelievable. Jared Bolyard's got a shot at this win after being 3 laps down. He's pushing the 12 car of Eric Brantley. We're coming down into turn 3.
Oh, and there's a wreck behind him. Well, he's
saving it a little bit. As we watch it, 12 and the 97.
When's he going to make his move?
You got the 24s right in there. The 12 is going to go straight to the line. He's got the low side. Jared Bolyard up high. The 24 of Goke. Oh, the 12. Great job by the 12 of Eric Brantley. Going to be our race winner tonight. Bolyard and Goke. Goke's going to take second by the looks of it by a hair. Bolyard in third. I mean, these guys did a great job showing that discipline you talked about, Casey. And, you know, some of the other guys just raced it, and it was inevitable. They had to come down pit road.
Yeah, man, what a great job by these guys. I mean, it's so hard to sit back there and just wait and wait and wait. And wait for the last 2 laps like they did to make the winning move.
You know, and we talked about the 3 bigs tonight. The big wreck, the big, whatever. And we had the big pitcher. Wes Hogue forgot about the big pitcher. He risked it. He rolled the dice. And this is going to cost him. I mean, he had an 18-point lead coming in. He's going to finish in 18th place out of gas.
Ouch. How unfortunate.
How unfortunate indeed. But Eric Brantley, our race winner, has run out of gas now, trying to do some burnouts. He can't get there to do them. He got no gas left. He's getting a push by the 22 of Brad Patton back to pit road.
Wow, what perfect management by the 12.
Why are you getting a little more
For
than a push?
the whole race there at the end, and he just had enough to get across the line and ran out on the backstretch.
Wow. Quite an amazing little finish here. So we're going to take a quick break here. We'll come back. We'll get our top three in here for interviews, hopefully, and we'll do a little race down and sort out our finishing order. Welcome back to the Silver Fox 150 live from Talladega here. What a race finish we had. Fuel mileage race. A little excitement there at the end amongst those top three. A little problem in the middle with the server, but what a great race tonight, Casey.
It really was, and these guys did a great job. We didn't have no big one. There was really never any incidents except for that one little caution. But they all kept it real clean, and man, great job by these guys with the strategies. And it was really exciting to watch them come down to the last few laps there to see. We had no clue who was going to win.
Definitely. No clue whatsoever what was going to happen. That's the greatest thing you can ask for. And let's see what did happen here as we run through our finishing order here. Eric Brantley in the 12 car. Fantastic job. He's going to take home a race win tonight. Just excellent strategy, great timing as we've seen him run out of gas on his victory lap there. Jonathan Goat doing a great job all year long in the 24 car. He's going to come home third. Jared Bolliard in third, Jonathan Goat in second. Jared Bolliard, 3 laps down at one point, managed to get him back in that 97 car. That's going to put him in contention for this title as Wes Hogue had big problems tonight. Joshua Stiles will be fourth. Alex Basilio is going to be fifth. Sean M. Butler in sixth. Joe Morganti in seventh. Dustin Markham in eighth. Ian Plash ninth. And Joe Branch will be in 10th.
11th came home Ben Adkins. 12th went to Brad Patton. 13th to Alex Karen. 14th to Jake Champion. 15th to Paul Strickland Jr. 16th to Keenan Kusan. 17th to Tommy Gossett. And 18th to Wes Hogue. David Rosenblum, he finished 19th. Mark Ferguson in 20th. Eric Wineland in 21st. And Kyle Camper finished out the field at 22nd.
Yeah, really unfortunate for those two victims of that server issue, both having good races tonight. Really feel bad for them, but these things happen when you're a sim racer, and I'm sure they'll be back next week and put on a great show. So all in all, a fantastic race, and we're going to go ahead. We're going to get right to our interviews here, Casey, as I bring in Jared Bolliard. Jared Bolliard, third place tonight, man. A great finish for you, especially how you started. Talk a little bit about what happened at the beginning of the race there.
Well, at the beginning of the race, I guess when we rolled over from qualifying to the race session, my computer just decided to crash. So that was interesting. And then as I was coming to be put 2 laps down, I got tagged in the right rear by somebody and got sent for a little ride through the backstretch and managed to not hit anything. So the beginning of the race was interesting, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. We had a little server issue. Apparently, this server a little unstable. That was a little unfortunate. But you got to feel very fortunate there. Those last 5 laps, here you are racing for the race win. Talk about that finish and just what you were trying to accomplish there, going high, going low.
Well, with about 3 to go, I knew I was good on fuel. I didn't want to make the move too early because you burn a lot more fuel leading with no drafting help. So I knew I was real close and I didn't want to burn off too much fuel too quick. So
Yeah, like
I
there was a lot of guys out there burning it up at the front, and you had to be saying to yourself, "What are they doing?" Like, were you thinking like this is a mistake? They're not going to make it.
Yeah, I actually pitted when we were coming to. I pitted twice because at first we were coming to 1 to go, and then everything got messed up, so Ian delayed another lap, and then I decided to go and do it one more time. So I think that helped because a lot of people didn't take advantage of that second stop, which it really didn't save much fuel at the time, but that half a tank would have meant the world at the end.
Yeah, half a gallon. Yeah, absolutely. It makes a big, big difference. And we've seen Wes Hogue went out there and led a bunch of those laps early on in that run, and he didn't make it. He's going to finish back in 18th with you, 18 points back. This is huge for you, Jared. You're going to close in within a few points of this point lead.
Yeah, that really worked out well in my favor, didn't it? I wish I hadn't given up a spot to Goke at the very end, but heck, I wanted to win the race.
Well, you stayed clean, you stayed safe, man. You finished third after the trials and tribulations of the night. You got to be ecstatic. Congratulations. Now you're in a fight for that rent a race car and that championship belt, beautiful belt. And you got to be happy, man. We wish you all the success going forward, man. We'll be watching we'll be broadcasting all year long.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna give it my best shot to win it.
All right, there you have it, Casey. Jared Bolliard coming in third place.
He did a great job, Dean.
He really did. And another guy did just one spot better. Jonathan Goke, I believe you caught up with him, Casey.
Hey, Jonathan. Man, what a finish there at the end. How was it to be out there saving gas like that? Not going for the lead. And tell me about that discipline.
Hey, see, that was the worst race ever. I did not have my throttle to the floor that entire last run. Even when we slowed up to like 160, I had to make myself slowing with them just so I know that I could cross the line with a tenth of a gallon, which is what I had, a tenth of a gallon.
Wow, that's very impressive. And yeah, I've been in these type of style races before, and they're definitely not fun from a driver's standpoint. But up here in the booth, man, it was exciting because we had a couple guys go out there and they're leading, and we didn't know who was going to have the fuel to make it to at the end. But you did a great job out there.
Thank you. I just like my heart was pounding more those last 2 laps than any other race I've ever done, just because I knew I had a chance to make it. Other people were already slowing down. People were already running out with 1 to go. People had pitted. I was like, well, at the worst, maybe I'll get a top 10, but I came half a car late to getting that win.
Yeah, you did a really good job there, man. If there was a couple more cars that could have made it there at the end, maybe you could have got out.
Yeah, I mean it was close, but I mean I got to say I'm really happy for Eric, him, myself, uh, Wes, and Brad worked together pretty much the entire race with our pit stops and just trying to get lined up. Alex too, so it's good for him to get it. A fellow Jeff Gordon scheme to get it.
Yeah, very good job coming from 22nd. We was talking about that in the pre-race there. I said you'd start in the back, but look for you to be up there at the end, and you did a great.
Yep, I thank you guys. Thank you guys at Vidane one more time. This has been a good season so far.
Yeah, congrats, Jonathan. Great job. And as Casey McMullen alluded to, great discipline. He was talking about it. You showed it. You come in second, man. Fantastic race. And we look forward to seeing what you can do next week.
Yep, thanks guys. Can't wait.
All right, Jonathan Goke, second place tonight, man. Trials and tribulations. He did a great job, Casey.
He sure did. I mean, it's so tough by a driver, but man, he did. You know, that's one of the hardest things. You hate to hold the throttle halfway wide.
Yeah, it's tough, man, to back off like that. Continue to say what you were saying during the race about discipline. Someone who showed all the discipline in the world. That 12 car of Eric Brantley. Eric, congratulations, man. What a great win tonight.
Thanks, appreciate it. I couldn't have done it without the guys I was in the room with. They were helping me out a lot. Goke, Alec, Wes, and Brad. It was just an awesome all-around team sport.
Yeah, man, you need a team, especially with super speedway racing. You need someone talking about the fuel mileage. You need guys pushing and all that. You guys did it great. We seen you get you know early on in the race. You were up there fighting for the lead too, and you're doing a great job all night. But talk about that lead pack a bit at the end. They took off. You had to think like, what? They can't possibly make it. Like, can Wes Hogue make it leading this group?
No, we were talking and all that. Wes, there's a few guys that were just gonna push it out until the end and see where they were going to end up at. And I happened enough to be far enough in the pack where I could just sit there and draft behind somebody and half throttle it and save enough fuel for the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you did a fantastic job, man. Congratulations again. And now you know you're going to take a leap up in the points here. Now I'm unfamiliar with everybody in this series. Eric, have you run all the races so far this year?
No, I have missed a few. I also do racing on the side or as a hobby in real life. So um, usually half the time I'm working on my race car, and I forget what time it is because you just lose track of time out in the garage. And I'll miss the race. I think this would be my second race.
That's very cool, man. What do you race, Eric?
Street stocks on dirt.
Oh, that's awesome. Great hobby. I mean, a ton of us do that in real life as well, but you know, not many have the time to get on here and do the sim racing. So it's really good to see you out here, man. I couldn't be happy to see you get the win tonight. Great discipline, a great race with great teammates. Well done, Eric.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, that was Eric Brantley, our race winner tonight. What a great job, Casey, by all these guys. And don't forget the job the admins did as well. Fantastic. Well, we might have lost Casey McMullen there at the end of the broadcast, but they did a great job all around. The Vidane Racing guys, Paul Strickland Jr., Wes Hogue, Ian Plash, took care of business, sorted out a server issue through iRacing, got us a great finish. It was a gas mileage finish, still very, very interesting. And these guys here at Vidane Racing, man, they're going to continue to put on a show night in, night out, every Saturday at 8 o'clock. Angry Tree Guy, don't forget to go to on Facebook and check him out. Got some hoodies, got some t-shirts there, some great stuff. Go look them up. But come check us out on Full Throttle TV Saturday nights at 8 o'clock with Vidane Racing. Wednesday nights we got the guys at Full Throttle Sim Racing. They put on a heck of a show as well, so come watch that as well. And until next time, that's it for Full Throttle TV. We'll catch you next time.